Alrighty, so we will be going into the 1970s now. Like I mentioned earlier, the 1970s actually looked at things like more domestic PTSD cases, but the zeitgeist of the 1970s was, I named it Grooving into Equality. This was around the time when it was for women's rights and wanting equality for women, equal pay, and the right to vote. That not right, but not that one. Different things that weren't always afforded to women. And there was during this time also, it makes sense because I mentioned it. There was a lot of exploration and experimentation, not only with scientists but also with the public. So things like drugs and all that kind of stuff were very prominent at this time. So that's when we kind of see that traditional 1970s that we sometimes associate with. But that kind of looks into that. And so to go further into the topic for the psychology portion, domestic PTSD. So social movements in the 1970s began to study Holocaust survivors, Vietnam veterans, and survivors of domestic abuse. And in 1974, a two-person team of psychologists, Ann Wilbert Burgess and sociologist Linda Lettel Holstrom, coined the term rape trauma syndrome to describe a variant of PTSD experienced by women who had undergone harrowing experiences of sexual assault. And it was marked by 3 phases of stress responses. So that just kind of shows like there were different portions, and we did know that there were different portions and different types of PTSD. It wasn't just combat related. So that was pretty big to understand and acknowledge. So that is going to finish up the 1970s. Next, we will be getting into the 1980s, where we kind of talk about some of the others milder but still significant steps that were taken in that period. So